Welcome to the first episode of Photo Tips on Clydesider TV. In this episode, we'll be going through the rule of thirds and how you can incorporate this into your own photography. So what is the rule of thirds? The rule of thirds is a technique used in photography, and what it does is it makes your image a lot more eye-catching and generally more attractive. So imagine a noughts and crosses grid. You've got two vertical and you've got two horizontal lines. This divides the grid into 9 parts. So you can frame your subject along these lines. That creates a balance within your shot, and the human eye is more naturally drawn to that. So here's a couple of images that I've just taken, both in the same location, both with a similar frame. Both images, they will look very similar, but one doesn't incorporate the rule of thirds, whereas one image, it does incorporate the rule of thirds. So what do you think of these two images looks better? Personally, I think the one that uses the rule of thirds looks better. I'm more drawn to that, more naturally, and I think it's a cleaner image. What do you think? Let's take a walk and see what else we can capture. So after a short walk, we've came across this boat. Now I think this would be a great subject for an image. Although from this angle, it might not actually be the best image. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a walk around the boat and I'm just going to see if I can get a better image from a different angle. So I feel like I've found a much more interesting shot from this angle of the boat. This way we can have the buildings in the background, and then we've got the boat in the foreground of the shot. Right, let's see what else we can find. So I've actually ended up taking quite a lot of photos of boats today, but this shot right here, it is a great example of the rule of thirds at play. In the background, we've got this almost silhouette of Dumbarton Castle, and what that's doing is that's filling up the top third of the image. And then what we've got here a bit closer to us is this boat here. Now this was the intended subject of this image, and that's actually meeting on the intersecting lines at the bottom right of this photograph. And I just think that balances things really well. So we've got the cliffs in the background here, and then a lot closer to us we've got this boat, which is our subject. So we've covered the rule of thirds today. Now the rule of thirds, it is just a rule which can be broken, but you need to actually learn how to properly use this rule before you can effectively break it. And also, don't be worried about cropping your images if you do need to incorporate the rule of thirds into your end image. Thanks for joining us for Photo Tips on Clydesider TV. Now we do run a photography competition in the Clydesider magazine every issue, so do get involved with that. And please subscribe if you're wanting more content similar to this and other stuff. Thank you. Bye.